Crack, lads. How's it going? Is that coming through my TV? It is. Holy crap, that was playing twice. How's it going? How are you keeping? How are you keeping? How are you keeping? Liverpool Wolves, lads. Liverpool Wolves. Right, so I got a few new little gimmicks that I'm trying out. But the main thing is that 3 points is super important today. Welcome to chat, by the way, lads. If you don't know who I am, some of you do. I'll pull this over here just to make it a bit more helpful. If you don't know who I am, I'm Spider LFC, and pretty sure that was my door. It is my door, but I'm not answering it. Alright. Now we need more games. I miss midweek games. I don't like not streaming too often. I'm still going to do the new stuff. I was enjoying that the last day. How's it going, Mark? Welcome, Seamus. How are you keeping, lads? Thanks very much for the like, Statman Stubbs. Appreciate that. Right. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, sorry. The lineup, as you said, Mark dropped it into the chat there a bit earlier, but instead of bang it up here, it's right here anyway. So I'll always keep the team line up here, but now I'm just going to be grabbing these screenshots all the time and putting it through. So that's the team for today. I pre-did my ticker, and I pre-did my team about 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, and I put in that exact team, and I didn't have to change anything. Wales are losing at the rugby. Arsenal still losing. Like, I'm not bothered. I want to see them all start to lose, to be honest with you. So if Arsenal start slipping up, it puts more pressure on City and United. They start slipping up and getting draws, and then we'll just start creeping back in. I'd love that. You know, you might see that it's a disappointing thing to see Arsenal losing and stuff like that, but if somebody sees it, if somebody else sees it and thinks that they have pressure on them, because a lot of teams are eased off now, thinking that, Arsenal are going to kind of walk away with it, but it's Arsenal, and as far as they capitulate more seasons than recent season. And here we go. So let me just turn this on a second. Should be, yeah. So am I interacting with this? So this is the team arriving a bit earlier. So yeah, now we've got the whole Liverpool live feed kind of coming into my stream as well, so we can watch the teams as they're interacting and jumping in the game. Arriving at the stadium, I should say. But it's a game away, so it's Everton at home next. So I mean, 3 points here are super important. If Everton beat Arsenal today, they're going to be in the up, and we need to really up our game then, with the next game coming up. So there you go. That's the team arriving at Anfield. At Anfield. At MOLINEUX a while ago. Lads, I have a fair hungover. I'll tell you that now. I didn't even expect to be today, to be honest with you. Right, so we're going to look at some of the bios of some of the people as there. As you know, I've upped the stats on this from last week, but this is a player to watch at the moment, Stefan Bajcetic. He's been our best player for the last couple of weeks, in my opinion. Him and probably Thiago bouncing off him. It's going to be a hard game, but as long as him and Thiago are on their game in the middle of that park, I think that we can have a good afternoon. He's been a breath of fresh air, to be honest with you. Coming into the team, taking on the mantle, and grabbing it by both arms, really. He's played 10 games. He's had 6 starts now with this start coming up. His rating has gone from last week from 7.2 up to 7.5, which means he's doing something week in, week out that's better and improving himself. If he keeps getting 7+ ratios, that rating will keep coming up. Get himself a couple of 8s and 9s. And you'll see him at an average of about 8.2 to 8.3, and that'd be fantastic for a young midfielder of 18 years of age. But I see a bright future at Liverpool for him. And if we can get Fabinho back to anywhere near his best, then the competition will be fierce in the middle of that park, to be honest with you. I'd like to see, because Fabinho's been brilliant for us. He's just had a poor season this season, so I'd want to be able to hope that it wouldn't surprise me if Matip wants to leave, to be honest with you, dude. Because he's been a good servant to us and everything, but I think Liverpool are going to have a big summer. I don't think it's just going to be the midfield that's getting a bit of an overhaul. I think the defence is going to get bolstered as well. I don't think Trent's place is now solid anymore. Ramsey's been brought in there as a young fella, and kind of growth injuries, as they say, has staunched him a little bit, or stunted him a little bit. But I think that Yeah, I think we're going to go in for a right back this summer. I think Simicast is a good backup to Robertson. I don't think there's any need to upgrade in that department. The concentration should really be on that midfield and a creative midfielder, really, because it's great having Bajcetic and Thiago in there as a CDM and an anchor, but we do need somebody more creative from the midfield, and also somebody, a box-to-box creative midfielder would be lovely, you know. So, Carl, welcome. How's it going, lad? So hopefully, but I'm just going to pretty much like my player of the season so far has been this man in Alison Becker. He saved us so many times. We wouldn't be in the position that we are if it wasn't for this guy. So you know, he's our most important guy to keep happy at the club at the moment for me. You lose if turn Alison's head in the summer or over the next couple of seasons. If we don't improve, this is the guy you'd be fearfully losing. Out of anybody else, I couldn't care less. But this is the guy that I want to keep happiest. You know. Recently I seen better form in games when I've seen Robbo as captain up in Endo is a brilliant captain, but he's not going to get as much game time now. I've loved Robbo being captain. I thought he's been brilliant. D, how's it going, lad? You alright? I think he's been outstanding for us as a captain, Robbo. So yeah, for me it's a no-brainer if he's starting today, if I put up the line up there now from a while ago, bang that up there. There you go. So yeah, so Allison is there, Robertson is there, so no Hendo, no Van Dijk, and Salah doesn't really get captain. So for me, Robertson, great captain so far. When he's had to deputise with no Henderson, no Van Dijk, you know. I know Trent has always talked about being a future Liverpool captain, whatever, but I think he could be if he was moving into the midfield. I don't want to kind of keep repeating myself or not calling a spade, you know, but without yeah, that's the best thing. Like, I literally put that team into the ticker below and behind in the live one from behind. That's where we go. Oh, hold on, Alison, let me just take off Alison there for a second. Lads, tell me what you think of the old stat bars and stuff that I'm putting in there anyway. You know, I'm trying to make it as modern as possible. So I'm trying to get more interactive with the stream, you know, and that I changed the colour as well of the formation setting here to kind of go with the team of the channel, because it was like a blue in there and it was nice. But you know, this is the kind of team of the channel, which is like a red on white and yellow. So with the odd black thrown in. But yeah, I mean, nothing better than a Scottish player. I mean, Liverpool were notorious for having Irish and Scottish players throughout the 70s and 80s, you know, and even some in the 90s. So can't be confident with games, honestly. We get anything out of this game. I know, James, but like, we think of it this way, right? This is the only thing I can say about this before we kind of get into what we're looking at for who we think is going to score and what you think the score is and all of that in a minute. But it's just past the halfway point in the season. We have no domestic cup competitions left. The Champions League in these kind of seasons really does become a priority, and we tend to do well in them in seasons where we're playing poorly in the league. So that's a plus for one thing. But also, if we go back to the 2021 season, when we were just after winning the league and we came back, and it was another bit of a hangover season, let's say. We a bit done by injuries and stuff like that. We've been in this position before. It's not a new thing for Liverpool, and especially the squad. It's not a new thing for Klopp. So it's not like we haven't done this before. And there's a lot of fans out there that's giving out, having an outcry of saying, "Oh, this team is finished." They were saying that as well in 21. But yeah, we came back and, you know, and did what we did in the last couple of seasons as well, winning more trophies and stuff like that. So it's just, what do you call these as hangover seasons? It's when we play some of our longest seasons and games. So like, when you think of it this way, it's the halfway point. You go back to 2021. At this stage, we were just after moving, like a month before this, we lost Van Dijk obviously in September and Gomez in October. Matip was gone in November. Then we had Fabinho and Henderson playing centre back all through the Christmas period. And even at that point, we lost 6 home games in a row, which is, you know, it was going to happen because of the change up. And losing Fabinho and Henderson in that season to the defence it's why it killed Trent and Robbo's crossing and their getting forward ability, which was our biggest hindrance. It's happened again this season. where we're missing in the midfield, and lads have had to step up, and the lads have had to stay deeper and things like that, and it's hindered us. But remember, we went on, we put Phillips and we put Reese into the defence. Just trying to see the lineup. Yeah, there. Okay, you go. I just put this on for you. So you have to understand. What was the point I was saying? Oh yeah, we played that with Reese, and think we went from 15 points behind, and we were talking 11 points. Was it no 11 or 13 points behind with 10 games to go, and we just won everything. You know, even with a blip of a draw, I think we had one loss in there or something like that. But considering the season that we had started off, we were way worse than what we were this season, and that'll tell you. You know, I mean, we by the time we hit the end of January, we had 6 home games lost in a row, no defense, midfielders playing in defense. Then we lost our midfield, like Fabinho went and then Henderson went, and he was ruled out for the rest of the season. So was Fabinho, and then we had to play 2 young fellas in there while having a makeshift midfield, and we still managed to get third. Thanks to, you know, like wonder goals by Ali and stuff like that, but also just the determination of the team to do well. We were after bringing in 2 bloody centre backs that barely kicked the football for us, and yeah, so like it's the halfway point. There's a whole second half of the season to go. There's so many points up for grabs. We could be winning the next 3 or 4 games in a row and forgetting about what just happened in the last 2 months. You know, was when toy with Fab at centre back, but obviously not. If anything, I would play Fab and right back. That's where he started his career at Real Madrid, and even at Monaco, he was a right back. You know, so if we were stuck there and there's a problem with Trent, I know Millie's probably on the bench, and you'd probably see him going in there to right back instead. But if it was me, I would bang Fabinho, and he's well capable of playing right back. So if you wanted that extra support, and you wanted the ability to pass the ball in there as well, Fabinho is grand at right back, and maybe that's a position that we could really look at playing him going forward. If Bajcetic is going to come in there, we're going to bring in other midfielders, and Fabinho still wants to be part of the squad. A rotation between him and Trent, I'd be really happy with. Gomez can also jump in there and play, and if Matip is leaving, then Gomez is going to be more important for us in the back line. So we're bringing in another defender. So yeah, let's get your score predictions into the chat then. Carol is going with 3-1 already. See how I get on. I don't know. I have to start this here in a second. I've got multiple capture things, all new stuff that's coming in here. So the yeah. So as I was saying to you, the importance. Oh, sorry, no. The importance of this dude has been immense throughout the season so far. Without him, we wouldn't be where we are now. You know, we'd be probably about 6 points off relegation, if I'm honest, and you know, battling with the likes of Leeds and Everton and all of these teams that have been stuck down there most of the season, and that's not a good place for Liverpool. That's when I would kind of throw my back up and kind of say, all right, it's dire straits. We need to try and just get mid-table at that stage and avoid the conference leagues and stuff like that. But this is the halfway point of the season. We're only 7 points off the top 4 places. They will definitely drop things. All right, let's give me 1 second because these somebody's at ringing the doorbell and nobody's here. Hang on. Right, sorry about that, lads. Fucking people knocking at the door, soliciting fucking shit. And they were like, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. They wouldn't fucking listen. Like, I was like, there's nobody here. Fuck off. Sorry. I'm never that harsh, like, but I'm live at the moment. And I don't want to be dealing with people. And I couldn't even open the door because the missus locked it in. I know. So, if the dodgy streams, yeah. I'm hoping mine fucking doesn't act up now today. This one would be good, but it's just the problem is the app in this one. The other ones that are around the house and the boxes and all that are fantastic. But the app in this one and the PC one's a bit, yeah. Wait, what are we on today? Are we on, and that's Sky Sports Premier. What am I watching that for? So we're kicking off in a minute or so. Jesus Christ, that fella. What's he doing? How are you anyway, lads? Are you good? Let me get this off. What are we playing on today, lads? Carl, he's disappointed Alison Becker hasn't scored this season. I know, is that La Liga live? Anybody know what we're playing on today? Because it's 3 o'clock kickoff. I didn't even check that out. Is it Premier Sports in Ireland? Alright. Hopefully this lad steps up today, lads. I hope he does, and he you know, he has any controls on midfield, allows Thiago to do what he does, and then that's all you can ask from a midfielder. Because Thiago is, you know, he's a real control genius in there as long as he's got the help, and he hasn't had much of that help from Fabinho this season, which is why we've seen Thiago hindered and faltering a bit. So I'd like, for me, by Cetic, he's a starter all the time for me now. And going back to Fabinho, I hope to see him at least upping his game back to the level that he was. And if not, and he can still be of some help to us, then bang him in the right back position. You know, I know Joe can play there as well and all of that, but Fabinho is well capable of playing there. Whatever about getting up and down the wing, though, I don't know. He is more of a right back, a defensive right back, rather than a guy that gets up the line and crosses it in. So maybe that's why Klopp has never tried him there over Millie. Yeah. Gakpo needs to start. Yeah, you're right there, lads. Like, I really want to see Gakpo is his best position, you know? I don't understand why he hasn't been played yet. It makes no sense. But Klopp sees something in him that could be like a new Bobby. So hopefully that's it. Where the hell's gonna... What are we on today? It's on Premier Sports, so it's not that. So I just have to go to live events, that's it. The fuck am I watching now? Aston Villa, the City have kicked off. What's going on here? Okay, we go back. Starhold. What's United? Oh, we're on already. Jesus Christ, it's the wrong channel. Alright, so we're already at 16 seconds, 18 seconds. I'll just wait for this to hit this mark. Will this shit all stop? Oh, do you want... Jesus Christ. Every time I go to look at the time, something pops up with the hashtags and shit. There we go. We're good. That's the time we're on, lads. Synced up nicely and all. White Judge is very good, has a lot of potential. Just hope he isn't being overplayed. Nah, I don't think so. He's playing in a position that doesn't really tire the legs. You know, he just drifts. So, well done. Oh, Gakpo is out on the left. Gakpo's out on the left. 3 points, let's get goals. Come on. No bother, Scores. Thanks for happening, bud. It's frozen. Why is this frozen? Okay. Hey, Panav. How's it going, man? Being 2, but it's still far. No, I'm on Premiere 2. Ah, I'm getting it. One, Stefan. Stefan covering. That's what I wanted. Well done, Gakpo. Getting back. Well done. Brilliant. Well done. Robertson, look at Gakpo. Move over to the left, Gakpo. Oh, Nunez and Gakpo switching out there. That's what I wanted to see. Don't shoot. Come on. Well done. Darwin. Gakpo and him leaning up, starting up well. Ah! Aye. Seamus. Going to jump off as well and pop in a half time. Alright, Seamus, thanks, lad. I just don't want to concede early on both. Yeah. Yeah. I still think we can counter these. We need Salah to step up big time. Lunchwood. Need Salah to step up. I need to see a lot more from Trent and Salah. You don't see him linking up as well as they used to. Allison palmed that away instead of really catching it. It looked a bit routine to catch, but fine, Naby. Oh, Jesus. At the firm of the what did it finish, Tom? What did it finish? I didn't see it. I heard that you were winning, all right. Ah, Jesus, a poor boy from Trent. What's Carl saying for fuck's sake for? What? What did Carl say for fuck's sake? Are you ahead of me? Performance from the lads. 1-1-0. Aye. Ah, for fuck's sake! How the hell does a goal like that go in, man? And you know, watching the footy on before, great off, got all the games on. Oh, nice. I should add the commentary in the back. No, you can't. You get copyrighted. Oh man, how did that go in there? Is he not offside though? Why no? It's just weird goals like that might have been going in. Like that was going nowhere and it bounces off the back of Matip's legs and goes in off the post. So he was onside. That's poor, lads. It's poor defensively to even let him step in there, like. Oh, I'd say well done. Fine, look at Salah. To Naby. Ah, so overplayed it. Oh no, is that Trent is coming in? That's poor as well. How it trickled across there and Trent didn't even make a fucking dive, like a leg for it. Was just, he was just casually walking back as well. It's poor Matip. Poor, 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 poor. Nope, we don't. I don't know what that, like. So, is he still in? Oh my god, Robbo just sold us. Yeah, that did bounce out. I thought Robbo just sold himself. It's giving me hope for the derby next Monday and we get off this relegation battle. Well done. It's a better player. Sit. Ah, more. Is that not a free? Moore was just fucking bowled over in the box. What? Salah's passes are so weak, man. What? Come on, lads. This is much better though from us. Fine, well done. Ah, it's a poor ball from Robbo. It's just these tippy-tappy balls. Play it to feet, like. Look at the back post. The run through on the bend. Well done by Chettich. You bloody got. Hello, Redbird. The fuck. Here we bloody got. What does Gary Richards say? Here we bloody got. The easiest goal ever scored against. It is. Come on. Hey, Redbird. Hey, Gary. Yeah, don't even ask him. It was a fluke goal, Redbird. Fluke. Like, your man went down, he crossed it in. It went between Matip's legs, but at the same time, just like hit the back of his heel and then trickled to the far post, in off the post. It was a weird goal. That's the time I'm exactly on as well, lads, so don't give anything away in the chat if you're just ahead of me, or pause at least to catch up at the time. That was playing it around the back line at the moment. In most of that's too easy to receive that ball in the middle of the park. How do you receive that ball in the middle of the park like that with all that space? Well done by Chettich. Yes, it is. If the tempo dies in this team and Klopp doesn't like it, he'll just change it. He's ruthless. He did it before. You know, he'll do it again. Doesn't matter how successful these boys are. He said he's loyal only to a point, but it affects the team. I just think there's going to be a massive overhaul in the summer. I'm talking like to the Chelsea standards of this window. John Cullen. It is shocking, John. It's Salah's killing us a bit going forward, to be honest with you. It's just weak 1-2 touches. Free kick on the right hand side for Wolves. I still don't understand how Trent didn't even make a go at stopping that from getting in the inside inside the post. It trickled really slowly, like. Ali was wrong-footed. Press to same position again. Gonna cross it. Joe, give it to somebody else. That's 2-0. Shocking. Shocking. That is shocking. Joe Gomez took it out of Ali's hands and headed it straight into the middle of the fucking defence. Look at this. Alright, so he got in there. It took it right off Ali's hands. He took it right off of Ali's hands. Watch. Joe, you can't, if you're not going ahead that, like, and you can hear your goalkeeper, just fucking dip the head, like. Ali was calling it. You can see Ali going out, Joe, you can see him saying it. You can see him saying it to him. Shocking. It's just poor. I don't understand it. It's unbelievable, he's right. They're letting Klopp down. Come on now. Now there has to be some sort of fight. Look at it, they're getting closed down too easily. Nobody's giving them a hand. Kada should be over there helping Trent, but he's been invisible so far. I know, I believe we can get back into this, no problem. The problem is a poor fucking own goal and Joe mistaken defence. That's got nothing to do with the lads going forward because they should be able to turn around and change this game. But it's poor. It's poor. That's it. Get across. Get across, Joe. Kada, get across to him. At the moment, for me, I'd pull off Kada and stick on Henderson or Ox. He's not doing enough to protect that right-hand side. Come on. Well done, Gakpo, winning it in the midfield there again. Go on. Oh! Núñez could have played it across to Salah. He nearly scored. Chance there for Liverpool. It is. But the lads are lively up front. You can see it. So fuck is that it's just stupid choices from Gomez and it's just poor, man. It's letting us down. Well done. Oh. That's it. I checked it, just looked like the... There you go. That was well won by Gakpo again. He's done that a few times down the last couple of games where he's won it. He should have played Salah in, man. That's handball, Salah. Fuck me. Can't cope with the shambles. I think this will be the last game that I watch and listen to this season. I just can't believe how bad they are. Missing Elliott, he backs up the defence. Gakpo's been doing well over there. In fairness, he's won the ball back a couple of times. But it's the midfield that have to protect that defence. You know, it's not up to the forward boys to be making the whole way back and protecting them. So, ball up over the top towards Núñez. One more, get in there. Four of us there now, lads. Time. Huh? Yeah, going to still in this team with that Phillips all day long. Yeah. It's embarrassing. Glad I'm not able to watch this. Marking 2 Wolves players. Yeah. This is the goal, first goal. Terrible. Why? What? Trent. Trent has to take a swing at that, man, if he's going to go in. He's like, you see this? How close is he? Well done. It's a great pass. On by Jetic. Brilliant. Núñez. Gakpo. Ah, it's a poor ball. Well done, Núñez. Núñez back at him. Núñez has looked lively. That's brilliant. Wins it back. Go on, Cody. That's it. When the lads are linking up front, they're playing well. It's just we have to it's just keeping it away from our defence, really. There's Cody. Great ball in. Oh, Naby. Oh, Naby. Sorry, stand wide. Naby in slow motion. He can't even get a ball and goal. The blocks are in. Salah absolutely needs to step up. I've been seriously disappointed with him in the last few weeks. But there's something to have to give. Yeah. I could never. Never's blocked that with his legs just sticking out backwards, not knowing if he was going to block it or not. Blow the whistle and put us out of misery. Ah, lads, come on. I know it's 2-0 down, but one was a fluke goal, and the other one's just poor defensive. If we can get the front line going, we're back in this game. The minute we score one, they'll back off. Watch the switch. Watch the switch. Go on. It's the underpassing I don't like. Salah's been guilty of it a few times in the game and it's let us down. Thiago, out to go. Salah gets some space in the wing. Move inside. Oh, Trent. Oh, that's too easy for the goalkeeper. Any hanging ball in the air, the keeper's going to come for that all day. All day long. Right. Vajcetic. Ooh. Set. Well done. Time. Joe, relax. Go on, Randy. Go on, run at him. Oh. Nabila. Head it down. Head it down, Joe, not up. Well done by Chetic. Again, just calm and collected. He did what Joe should have done there in the first time. Well done. There you go. Joel, one man. Matip. Great ball. Salah. Oh! So look, he was a good run by Joel. The Wolves are starting to step back now. We're starting to get more. This is more like what we should be playing like. Salah gets underneath it. For me, Salah should have just curled it where he was instead of going for the power and the lift. If he did it where he was, it would have gone underneath the keeper. Keeper wouldn't have seen that. Use the player to bend it around. Matip is the header. And Gomez. And Cody. Get into him. Switches on. We do look so relaxed being down 2-0. Yeah. I'll give him a chance. Oh, just Gomez again, heading it into the fucking middle of the park. Oh, that's it. Salah's going to take it. Oh. Might close him down, lads. Yeah. Just the atmosphere of MOLINEUX is just shit as well, you know? We should be well up for this, like. There's hardly anybody fucking sing except for the away fans. Never switches out the player. One get it from Salah. I don't know what. Man, how bad is Trent? And he's still to go past. Yeah, he leaves the right back fairly open, doesn't he? He doesn't step across enough. That's it. Inside the inside. That's it. And Naby, lad. Well done. Naby. Ah, well, you losing it there. Release him, man. Naby's doing stands and twists and turns on the ball and he's not releasing it. Seen Costa's getting ready there. He looked like he was getting ready. And Trent. We need the old Trent back. He was such a beast on the ball. He was. Just seems very casual. Very casual is what it seems like. The run. Yeah, go. Rabba, get the ball in the box now, Rabba. All right. This. Naby. Fucking Naby, will you play the ball through to a forward? He's turning and taking a volley at the edge of the box. And he's a slapper, you know? He just fucking... Probably a whipper is a better word that's used to the slapper. But he's a whipper. So he just fucking whips on it. There's no kind of control in his shots. Mm. I don't know. I said, well done. But Chet is so calm in the ball, man. He makes the right decision all the time. Go on, Darwin. Take him on. Ooh, corner. Another corner. What do you whip it? Did he take a shot there? Yeah. Fine, close him down. Let's say well. Ah, shit. Come on, Trent. You just strike. Oh my God, Trent. Play the ball right. He won it back. Oh my God, Keita! They're on the deck. If I was Klopp, I'd hook Keita. Bring on Trent. Not Trent. Ox or somebody that can play attacking football. Because if we're not going to get any help defensively on that right hand side, you might as well bring on somebody that can do something. That's it. And that's poor there. That is poor. Thiago giving it a ball. The simple ball was just inside him. And it was overplayed. Matip! Fucking shocking, Matip! That is brutal for Matip. Brutal for Matip. Hook him. Hook him now. Put on Phillips. Somebody. Do something. That's disgusting. Too casual, Matip. He's assuming nobody's going to attack him. So we're living on a fucking ego bubble the last few years where even when we did those positions, other players would give up. They're not giving up on us anymore. They're not giving up on those balls. They're chasing us down, and we're still in the mindset that nobody touches us. Come on, Thiago. Well done. Robertson. Great ball. Oh, Trent. Oh, man, keep it down, boy. Fucking hell. Like we've been the better side since the goals went in. But that's putting us into positions where we're end up and we're controlling the game and we're playing well, and then Matip goes stuff like that again just makes us all go flummoxed in the fucking all over the park. It's stupid, like. Oh my god. They're attacking Matip like nobody's attacking Gomez, but they're attacking Matip. Salah, that's poor, man. Salah's passing's been shocking. Shocking. Is Ben Doak on the bench? I didn't even check. Let me see. Elliott, Simicast, Carvalho, Phillips. No. No. That's the first time we've really screamed at one of our players to do something stupid. Like, is he injured? Is he? He must be. They're just slowing down. Wolves don't have to do anything, so they're slowing down the pace of the game. Fine. Long ball over the top. They can comfortably do that now. Corner to Wolves. Just, I want to see Salah do something. I want to see him just step up and actually run and take people on. Because at the moment, all he does is just a lot of side step, maybe a touch back inside, maybe a touch back inside, and lays it off to whoever's behind him. Who did Dawson come from? West Ham, wasn't it? Don't give him that cross. That's overhaul. Oh my god, there was 3 men over in the back with only Matip there, and Trent just stayed behind him. Yeah. Yeah. Trent, not even what? Like, there now, I'm watching this, and Trent is back there marking. Like, there's nobody behind Trent. He should be at least getting in between those players and doing something. If there's no player running in the overlap, what's he doing out there? There's no point in him being there. He's assuming that we're going to win the ball and he's going to take it and run up the pitch or something. He's not assuming that there's actually danger with 3 men on the back post. Done, Joe. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, Mark. I didn't even watch it. Normally I used to watch it all the time. Right, well done. Source. Cody's done well in stepping in and winning the ball for us, you know. I'd almost agree with it as it stands at the moment. John, I just think the lads just need to get settled in that defence right now. Or we're going to be in it, you know, it'll only cause us more trouble. Because we were on the up for the last, 15 minutes or so. But yet, oh, shit, okay. Lonali. Must be disgusting for Ali as well to be playing as well he is this season if we do 2 goals down because of mistakes in front of him. Mm. Come on. Yeah, go on the ball. Ball out to Andy. Get inside him. Whitehead's picking up a lovely position. Matip lost the ball receiving it and then had to leave it go for Trent. He's just been poor, man. And he's passing. Trent just fucking... Oh, get the ball in. What? Oh, was that a free kick out? What's Naby doing, man? Trent had it. I don't want to see Henderson coming on because when we're in that position, he doesn't really change the game that much and just loops the balls too much. All you just see him is looping the ball up in the air, easy for defenders to clear. That's stepping Joe. Joe's played well, in fairness. He just had that bad header into the box that led to the second goal. We need to start scoring. We need to get the next goal, and we need to get it ASAP. Thiago, that's some space in the middle of the park. That's a poor ball, Thiago. It's a very poor ball. You see the idea in it, but... Oh, no. Oh, Thiago lost it again. Thiago's blind ball and trying to pass it around players that can see where he's passing it. Maybe then Villa winning. Aston Villa beating Leicester. They're beating Palace. Ugh. I just can't see you. There's no link-up player in the middle of that park. Ref, that's a free kick, though. And Darwin. Nobody had to help him. Go on, Stefan. Stefan's had a great game. Go on, Andy. Ref. Our passing has been very poor for a while now, lads. It's just these little tricky things where they just toe poke it and it just rolls really slow. I'm just like, give it to fella, give him a chance to bounce it off his leg and knock it forward. Like we should be at a point where you pass it and you'd say, where the fuck is that going? Then it would get to a player and you're just like, fucking how do you see that pass? Season's a write-off, so don't worry the results. We get back on track next season. I don't know. But it's the halfway point of the season. Like, we can easily make top 4. Get in there. That is a great ball in. What did I? Such a... Jesus Christ. Yeah, and Naby out on the right. Salah. Lost it again, man. He's just so slow when he's receiving the ball, isn't he, lately? Won the ball. There you are. Matip. Poor Matip. Terrible ball. Trent, why did you run away from that? Well done, Naby. Then he loses. Sometimes Naby's like Curtis Jones, just takes that extra touch too much. Trent ran away from that ball there as Matip and thinking about batting for it, and the man was in front of him in a better position, whereas Trent could have stepped in. Oh, Jesus Christ. Trent missed the flick and all. Go on, Stefan. Now, ref. Come on, bite Jetic. And in there. Come on, Andy. Well done. Come on. There's nobody giving him an out. There. Bite Jetic. The Matip. Like Wolves have done nothing but defend since they went 2-0 up. And it's been us. Ah, ref. Yeah. Gakpo got away from Wang. He's got a good stride and turn of pace like Gakpo has when he gets going. It looks like he's kind of going slower on him, but he's taking long strides and steps and he can get away from people pretty fast. Like Nunes in a way, deceptively fast. Very similar position from the last. It really needs to bend back away from the keeper, but get in front of that defence, really does. I know. How do we know we need to do signings, Carl? It's just there's no money there for him. It's a poor ball again. That's a door. Ooh. That's a free kick to them. Wang is after going off with a hamstring injury. Elliot on. Yeah, probably being Elliot on for Cade, at this stage. Just to be able to strike at the edge of a box, to be able to pick up positions and link up play. And Elliot deserves it for the way he played this season so far, you know? He's been asked to do way too much. Keita, man, it's giving away stupid. That's twice Keita's giving away stupid fouls. I think he tore off the hamstring. He tore the tendon off the hamstring, it's a. Oh. Sorry. Oh, I will, yeah. Lads, whoever's watching there, hello. Howie Leahy. Shout out to Howie there. I just got a message on my phone there, I just seen it. How's it going, Ray? You alright, bud? That's a weird on goal, man. I don't know how Trent left that get in the head. Yeah. Villa's 2-2, is it? It's like, we have a good squad, no need to worry. It's right, like, it's just the obvious, lads. We know we need to sign, we know we need to overhaul, but I still think, even at our worst, this team is good enough to get top 4. Just, you know. Couple Alison's been trying his arse off. You know, Robertson fights for the shirt. Nunez plays well when he comes on. Cody's, you can't judge him yet, he's only new. But, you know, he gives a good account of himself. He tracks back, he wins the ball. Thiago tries to anchor well. Boycheta just, you know, it's just rested, lads. I know Trent has let us down. Matip has been poor. Not good enough. Gomez has just been yo-yo, but still not good enough for the main defence. Keita's just pretty much stealing away there for the last couple of years, really, isn't he? Such promise. And Salah's been poor as well. You know, very poor. So you have half a team that's trying to do the right thing, and you've the other half of the team that just haven't motivated themselves enough to step up. Gomez is Gomez. That's the easiest thing to say, yeah. Seems to me that they are so easily bullied. It's amazing. And we used to be the guys that bullied them. Yeah. Like, Wolves have been poor in the last 20 minutes. They've been poor. I think that one chance from Matthias Nunes catching Matip out is the only thing that they've done. So there's 2 early goals and that was it. Played for 1-0 up in Southampton. On by Chetic. Right, well done. He's been very good by Chetic, man of the match for me so far today. Again. Well done, well up there. They're taking each other out. Wolves players going down left, right and centre. No head injury though, it's just a leg injury. 2 boys down now. What's going on here? Wolves players all over the place. Maybe the back roll is useful. So I don't need to worry. Oh, what the fuck is going on here? Is that over here? Tap that a little bit that way. There you go. Green screen is reappearing. No, the gap in behind it. Right there, lads. Jesus, Wangy Chan is still getting off the fucking pitch. When did that happen? About 10 minutes ago? Alright. We need to get back into this early enough. Either around now or early in the second half. Needs to happen straight away. Or it'll just saunter and just fizzle out. Chetic has been really good in that middle of park as well. Like he's just won the ball there again now and nicked it back even though Wolves recovered it. He's getting his leg in, he's nicking in. There's Thiago left on that side. Or there is Gakpo wins it. And for 2-0. Nice call by Joe. Go on. Nunes. Ah! Is he offside? 4 minutes at a time. Yeah. Had a couple of chances there, although one of them was offside. But the break-up of play only affects Wolves, really. We need to be on the ball straight away. Well done, Andy. I cannot. Wolves are really trying to slow down the game. And let's see out these 3 or 4 minutes. Salah needs to be on his game. He needs to be able to turn around with that ball. You know. Oh, one. Stefan's been brilliant again. That's it. Kate, this guy's gone through. Oh my god. That's it. Time, Stefan. Go on the counter attack here. But check this. Lovely ball across. Salah. Naby. No. Trent. Looping ball. Nobody out there. Andy. No, it's not going out of play. Oh, come on. Not a free ref. You couldn't have seen anything out the side of your eye. Surprise. Jota is back in training next week. That's a boost to this. It'll be a boost if he scores. It's mostly that, like, when I look at us, it's not that we're playing completely badly. There's just no fight there from some of the players. There's no desire. There's no wanting to do it. Like, it's like there's no joy in playing. Well done, Ali. It's a free kick, no? He's on his back. He's on his back, ref. Yeah. Just want to see some fights. Bojcetic, as I said, has been man of the match for me today so far. He's been winning tackles. He's the only one that's been in there. Salah's, you know what Salah's done into? Salah's done into somebody that the ball just bounces off of. Oh, give him one on. Oh, no. Joe, you really have to learn to clear the ball in the right area. Alright, time. Well done. Onto Nunes. Oh, ref! Yellow card, that is. It's a yellow card. Fucking he took Darwin out there. Yeah, it was completely taken up. Yeah. 100% a yellow card. Right. On Joe. There's a bad ball from Joe to fucking Matip. Who's he whipping like that? Trent is turning into fucking Hendo. Trent is turning into fucking Hendo on that left hand. He's whipping the ball with his left hand side into fucking no man's land. Something wrong in Liverpool. Something has definitely happened behind closed doors. Best we can hope for is that we only concede one more in the second half. Oh, I believe I'm going to be honest. We were the better side about 5 minutes after they scored. We've been the better side. We control the game a bit. They've had one chance with Matheus Nunes getting in on Matip, and Alisson saved it. But other than that, like, the ball's been coming back up to us. We're just not being creative enough. That's the issue. It keeps going up and then coming back at us, then keeps going up and then coming back at us. But they've done nothing with it. They've just kind of defended it. Thinking there for a while, Carl, with all the backroom staff leaving. Nah. So, what's this? Yeah. With all this stuff happening, maybe the owners turned around and just said nobody's job is safe, and this is the changeover, and we're going to start letting people go. We're going to give them. It's probably cheaper to pay them off and leave than it is to keep them, and maybe that's what we're looking at for lads leaving early behind closed doors. That only points to a sale for me. That they're trying to limit their debts and use that money that they've saved by giving little payoffs. They could turn around and say, all right, their weekly wage is that. We could just give them like 200,000 redundancy there now or something within the team, like, or within the jobs, and open them up and free them from their contract as backroom staff, or up to the highest level they can give them payoffs, and that would save them, because if that only costs them maybe about 4 million, then they're saving paying out maybe 15 to 20 million over the rest of that year. So for me, that's the only way I can see it, that they're trying to kill debts. Oh yeah, no, I know over here, but I'm seeing promising signs from that midfield. Bojcetic has been great. Leicester 3-2 up in Aston Villa, by the way. So they've completely turned it around there, Leicester. Ollie Watkins scored first. James Maddison level 3 minutes later. Sutar own goal for Leicester gave Aston Villa the lead. Iheanacho and Tete within 3 minutes of each other. just before half-time, kind of what we needed to do, really. Leicester have done. United still up. What's a penalty for United that got them 1-0 up? Palace are well capable of getting back into that game. Brentford. Brian Mee and Mbuemo, 41 and 44. Newcastle, West Ham today. Tottenham, Man City, big game again tomorrow. It's like Arsenal losing today. Imagine, like Spurs and City get a draw. If Crystal Palace got a draw, and this would be fucking absolutely wasted points thrown away by Liverpool. If the rest of these teams fuck up above us, like, you know. Newcastle and West Ham, that can end in a draw easily. Spurs and City, that can end in a draw easily. You know. We should we need to have a different team turn up in the second half. It needs to be, it needs to be such a game changer that it needs to completely make us forget about what we just watched in that first half. Like it was not even a memory. That's how good the second half needs to be. That's how much they need to step up. Hard to do, but you know. Again, though, for me, this man's been man of the match so far. Absolutely. Anyway, 3 p.m. Mutant Ninja Skirtle. Who's that? I can't fully understand Klopp bombing some big names to send a message to the rest of the team, but surely it's time to recall Van Dijk. To recall, oh yeah, I mean he's injured, like, you know, so he's only just back kicking a football around. We won't see him for a couple of weeks. Maybe Real Madrid, maybe Newcastle. I don't think we see him. No, we'd be lucky if we see him for Everton next week. We got an extra. What is it? Saturday today. I mean, we're not playing again for another 9 days. So that could be the reflection time needed. 9 days break, but nothing on in between. You'll go for a while yet. Hello, Matt and Ninja Skirtle. Who is Matt and Ninja Skirtle? Does Jude even join if we don't have Champions League? I don't know. I'd say you would join for the Premier League alone. So I love about Champions League football. As a foreign player, you probably see some of them not. They mightn't care about the local league. They want the Champions League, want a chance at Champions League football. Otherwise, they would stay in their own country that they care about with the league. But for a player who's an English player, I'd say the league would mean a lot to them to join. So if they're seeing the aspect of getting battling in the league against, you know, City and Arsenal and then next season, I think that's definitely a place. You can see who goes through 3 seconds. Hang on. Pause. Reset. Second half. There we go. I just hope we don't have a sloppy first half and second half. Yeah. That was a hard watch, to be fair. It's a complete rebuild. It is. I still think there's some players in there that can do it. I just think some of them need a rest. Salah needs a rest. He does. It's not like he's lost how to play football. What is it? Give me 1 second. I'll just pop this up. I'll read that there in a second. I'm just going through the list. And was just hope we don't have a sloppy first half or second half. If we go for Jude and are willing to pay the price, he will come and look at our record of Champions League. Yeah, he will. We need a Barcelona types. Yeah, second half performance. Can you really see that happening? We don't have Gini Wijnaldum for a start. We do have a Harvey Elliott on the bench though. He can come on and create something. I think Kid has been poor in that first half. Matip grew into the game a bit, but pretty much 2 defensive errors from both lads. Matip was unlucky with the thing, which he could have let in another goal. You know, Joe heading that ball back into the penalty spot is a no. If you're going to get your head to it, you know, at least knock it back over the bar, or, you know, completely to your right and knock it out. You can't be like just glancing the head back into the middle of the park and just not leaving the lads. Because, I mean, Ali's calling for it behind him, so that second goal was definitely on Joe's clearance. John Glinson, I know. Salah didn't go to the World Cup, wasn't that his rest? It should have been, But even last season, he was knackered as well, Cal. You know, I'm glad he didn't go to the World Cup. He probably wouldn't be playing right now, which might have been a good thing. But yeah, so we had, where was that shout out? Martin Ninja Skirtle. Can you please say hello to Neve and the rest of the Fermoy girls who are having girly drinks? Hang on. You just see this, I'll pop this up. Where are we here? Who is Martin Ninja Skirtle? I'm muting Ninja Skirtle, Martin Ninja Skirtle. Can you please say hello to Neve and the rest of the Fermoy. Get up there, you. Who are having girly drinks in cheers before giving Kev Ray the send-off he deserves. Answer it. Okay. How's it going, Neve? How are you keeping? R.I.P. Kev. Yeah. Fermoy is the next town over for me here. Right. Remember John Ledson? Salah didn't go to the World Cup, I know. It's very true, Kev, in my opinion. Who do you think we've not freshened up position that Genie left when he went in? Is it down to the owners or is it Jurgen? I think Jurgen believed that maybe Curtis Jones could step up. And I mean, we can't really blame. We're always going to have managers are going to make some sort of decisions or just put their faith in people that can't step up. You know, he always saw Naby and Ox as a backup, and he maybe thought that Curtis would step up because of the start of his great career, like that year before Genie left. And we were like, oh yeah, Curtis Jones can step into that position. He'll do well there, and maybe maybe we're okay. We don't need to go in and play. But we mean, in that, like, we also lost Shaqiri in that season. The two of them were big against Barcelona, but they didn't really do too much outside that. Shaqiri stepped up for some big games. He was very similar to Divock Origi in a way, in that he showed up when we kind of needed him. Yeah, to me, yeah, Genie was a hard loss, and we always thought, like, you know, maybe he was asking for too much money. Let's call a spade a spade. What he was doing, he did a good job in there, but he wasn't doing as good a job as Bobby, Salah, and Mane in what they were doing. You know, he was doing the hard work, in the middle of that park, along with Hendo, along with Fab, but it's because them two boys were on the top of their game that Genie kind of benefited from it. Losing him, yeah. But would he have been suffering the same way this season? I think so. I think if Genie Wijnaldum was still there, we'd see the same situation with Henderson and Fab in Genie. I think it would have been too tired because most of the time Genie was slightly injury prone and had calf problems. And if he played that season that he did last season, he definitely would have been knackered this year. And we'd still be crying out for midfielders to come in. I think, to be honest, I don't think it would have made much of a difference. Body wise, yeah, but then we probably wouldn't have had anybody else that come in that has come in. You know, if Genie was still there, you probably wouldn't have seen a Cody Gakpo come in. You know, so in a way, we do need to move on from those players. Genie definitely wasn't worth 300 odd grand a week. He should have stayed in his lane, if I'm honest with you, and accepted the percentage rise that he was going to get, and he wouldn't do it. And now we look at him. Well, it's the same what happened with Coutinho. Mane has good and bad spells in a team in teams outside Liverpool. He's done it at Southampton. You know, he's done it before that in Salzburg with it, and I know he's doing it in Bayern where he can play well a couple of games and then poorly. But like with us, Mane always kind of was pretty solid. But Genie's always injured these days. Long time no see. I was crack Ozzy. Didn't see Salah have 2 friendlies with his country. Salah, he did have 2 friendlies, and you know he played that mini tournament as well while the World Cup was going on. We never replaced Genie. We didn't. He did all the dirty work along with Henderson, Seamus. That's what I'm saying. So he should have been replaced. That's the point. Like having a Genie in there now, he would have had the same problems as Henderson and Fabinho now. Really, probably more injuries. So he needed replacing. But I'm pretty sure that the owners said, do we really need to go out and buy, or do you need to get a forward? So Klopp was prioritising a forward really over a midfielder at the time that Genie was leaving. And you know that's where and maybe a covering left back where we needed it most. Because we were okay. We still had like a really good midfield. Thiago came in, who was meant to be like a Genie replacement, really. In that way, but Thiago's more of an anchor player rather than than doing all the hard work kind of player. That's what Henderson's role kind of is, and he hasn't been able to do it this season. So that's where we expected Curtis Jones and all that to do it. But I'll take it by Chetic coming in there any day if it relieves the lads. I mean, you could look at it by Chetic, Firmino, and Thiago role if Firmino had the legs, or Fabinho had the legs to do it. Firmino, I would even put in there if I had a chance. Yeah, they're knackered, lads. Like, you're talking about tired minds, tired legs. I mean, I can't say any more about that. We have to understand this Liverpool team is really, really tired. We can't turn around and say, play at the best level that you possibly can like you did all the time, because they can't. Fabinho's at 65% of what he was, even at his peak. Henderson's at 65% of what he was, even at his peak. Thiago is at about 80% of what he is, and not, and hasn't reached his peak yet. Salah's pretty much 40% of what he was. Making the runs, receiving the ball a little bit, but not doing much with it, if I'm honest. Liverpool are out early in the second half. I have to listen if there's any changes. Anyway, NFL Player 16 would like to thank the FIFA for making the owners change out the artificial turf and natural grass. Owners refuse to for players. All right. Yeah, I've just watching with my sister Trish. She wants to know, did you ever used to watch Brannigan's back in the day? She had the biggest crush on you with a shorter hair. Who's your sister Trish? Used to watch it. Like, I used to go to Brannigan's all the time back in the day. That was the Liverpool supporters club back in the day. Last summer was when overall it should have been done, Shay. We know this. We do. It should have been done. Who's Trish? Just a Trish. Second half is about to kick off there, lads. We need a big display. One second. There we go. Back on the way. And sorry, as I'm aging, Martin, Mutant Ninja, I just called you Skirtle. As I'm aging a bit, I kind of like the extra bit of hair. I was too clean back in the day, too baby faced. I do shave it off every so often, but the hair suits what my job now, really. Jesus, go on, Ellie. Alright. As me much. Jesus Christ! Matip is forgetting the ball and all. He was lucky he was taken out. Last one was an overall, should have been done. Yeah. Fucking hell. Matip is leggy as well, man. Yeah. Painful to be losing, but maybe it's good to go out of the cup and focus on our bread and butter. Yeah, it is. Go on, Mo. It's a great ball. Oh, that's better. Nunez is on the right in this half. So this half goes, think positive of all things and then end badly, otherwise they don't end. But how else to get things to change? You need new blood or robots? Pick one. Exactly. Right. Go. Corner. Trent. Good ball now, Trent. Let's go. Oh, Matip. Not getting up. Back force. Look at it. Back over, go. Back down to Rava. Oh, it's a poor ball from Gomez. That's poor, man. He should have just chipped it back over to Robertson. Robertson was free. Two lads tracked down Gomez. Strange decision. Anyway. Just to know, did you ever used to watch? Ever used to watch Brannigan's back in the day? The shorter hair. Who's? I still want to know who Trish is. Who's that? Who that is? Anyway. Let's go. Lopetegui has improved Wolves, but I mean, we should still be fucking beating any Wolves side, to be honest with you. Home or away. One more. Take him on. Matip is losing it again. He just can't trap a ball. Every touch is just trickling away from him. Like, anybody is just... They should be just... If I was a Wolves player, I'd be stuck to Matip receiving that ball. Go on, great ball. Go on, Cody. Oh, well done. Cody made a lovely run there. Why are we looking scared of Wolves? I don't know. It's Matip, man. He's a bit feet dancey. He's back to like his poorest that I've ever seen him for Liverpool. I've seen him like that before. Get in. Oh. And that'd be good ball now. No. Poor ball. Go on, Joe. That's poor. That's... Well done, Joe. Good recovery. But that's poor. That's done. Long ball over the top by Trent. Robertson is there. Well, great ball. Use yourself, Robertson. Go on, Cody. Oh, that was a lovely idea. Keita! Ah, Keita, shit! Oh. Go on, get at him, Cody. Well done, by Chet. It's what a tackle. Some tackle, man. Fucking outstanding. Go on, Cody. This is better. Oh, yeah? Nunes? Keita! Oh, come on, get it in! How did that not cross the line? That's better, lads. That was shocking, Trent. It's a handball. You see this? Oh, it is a handball. It's a handball. His hand is... It just... It's a handball, though. Complete, so no penalty. Okay. I can understand why they mightn't have given it, but still a handball. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Mac. I've seen him give it for that. If fucking... Yeah, he panicked there, man, Naby. If Salah was there, man, he would have probably... You know? Well done. Trapped by Joe. Great ball. Oh, yeah, come on. Come on. Nunez. Care to get out of it. Ah, no, that's yours, Thiago. Don't leave it. We're just having that small, slight misunderstanding, but we're all over him, like. Much better. Oh, no, that's poor from Gakpo. That's all I want to see. I want to see him play like this. Even if we lose it, at least... Well, Jesus, Naby was missing an entire goal in front of him there. It was going wide. And then it bait off Robertson's leg and up into your man's hand. That was going wide otherwise. Naby Keita can't shoot. That's one thing I've noticed. I used to see him at Leipzig and used to be banging him in like from distance out top corner. But it's like since these injuries, he's lost the ability to strike a ball. And you have to put down some of his goals, the volleys that he got 2 in a row. You have to kind of put that down to just whipped luck. Jesus Christ, don't hard pass it to Matip. He'll lose it. Well then. Trent. Great ball. Off to Gakpo. Turn aside, there's Nunes. Oh, Gakpo. Trent, stop stepping off him. Well done. Wojciech, Salah. Oh. This is much better, lads. Come on. Yeah, that's it. And the press is much better. Yeah. Ireland beat Wales in the rugby. Whoa. West Premier League football in Canada. Jesus. Let's find the stream as you grand. No point me here for that. Oh, and they please do it again. What a shock and hearts out. Okay. Let's see it there. Howie Leahy, what's the crack? Give you a shout out there. Your buddy Ray. I just Howie Leahy, I know Howie. It's a crack lad, yeah. It's the same Howie I'm thinking of. Come on. Trent. Say. Ball. Naby. Nunes. Naby. Oh my God. Need to be scoring these, man. Need to be scoring this. Like, this pressure is brilliant. Wolves have lost their balances through again, man. And by Chet, it's well done. That's it. Wolves by stepping up. There's 5 of them there. Just bypass it now. Down the line. Trent. Matip. 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 Naby. Salah. Oh. Is he going to be off there? Yeah. Ooh. That might have been looked at. Should have been a corner. Made off the outside of Lamina's. But come on, lads. Well done, Robbo. And Joe. That's it. Well done, lads. That's it. On Thiago. Inside it by Chedic. Oh, no. Alright, take it out to Andy. And drive inside. Gakpo up the left line. I like the Gakpo staying out there all the time. What? Oh. That's done. Oh no, Cody. Take him on. Come on. Brilliant. It has been. It's been all of us. Come on, Matip. The ball. Salah on the turn. Matip. Don't be chipping it, Matip. Take a shot. And Stefan. Well done. Ah, that's a free. Alright. If Naby's name started with his name would be Babe. Try both the names, Baby Beta. Baby Beta. For fuck's sake. Alright. I take it on. Great ball. Gakpo. Oh. Why didn't he just whip it underneath the keeper? Go on, Cody. Nunez. Great ball. Oh. That's shot after shot. And Gomez. Well done. Get in, Joel. Wojciech, well done. Ah, super. I say play on. Play it on. Momentum is there. Go. Andy. Stop fucking whipping it stupidly. Well done, Andy. Well one back. Great ball. You down the line. That's it. Fuck me, sometimes Robertson's ahead the ball. Sal needs to hit the target from there, he does. Cal, how do you know if they haven't tried worse? If Naby's needs to... Does Premier League have mercy rule? If you go get to one-sided? Nah. I don't know what that is. There's no mercy. It's a corner. Come on. Early goal now. Early goal. Why wasn't this in the first half? Why can't we do it in the first half? He's talking to Neves, another player. The ball. Oof. No, it's not. We're not beating the first man. I thought it was a good ball. Spoke too soon. We really need to beat the first man. Look at that. What? Great ball into Moore on the throw. Come on, Moore. Come on, lads. We're all over him. All over him, like. Completely different team second half. These are good throw balls by Trent, by the way. Yeah. The Wolves are just desperate. They're just clearing it. This is what we should be doing all the time. This is what the lads should be doing up front to take the ease off of fucking the lads at the back, and then they don't have these issues where they're getting pressed all the time. Great ball from Thiago out to Trent. Pinpoint. Go on, Trent. If you lose that there, no, man, you've lost your fuck. Go on, Salah. He lost that ball there. Jimenez. Routine, you know what I think? I mean, surely that gives us a lot more. I mean, you know, he's trying to show up the midfield a bit and with the back of it, but there's not much running in these boys. Traore to Jimenez is a danger, but then he has to receive that ball off the wing. So you really need to nullify Moutinho coming on straight away. Just play the same way we're playing now. Don't worry about what the changes are, because it's not going to make much of a difference if we're playing the same way. Look at Thiago. Well done. So, out to Cody. Come on, take him on. Well done. Well done. Good go to play. Still trying to figure out who the... No bother it. Want you to know. Oh, Jesus. Come on, close him down. It's just that in the 5-minute spells where we're not, in the 5-minute spells where we're not being able to put a lot of pressure on, and we have to take a breather. That's the time we have to be. That's the time we've lost a lot of goals this season, and they really need. That's the time they need to watch. Do need to stop scoring with this pressure, though. Really do, to get back into this game. Well done, Cody. Go on. Go on, he's taking him on. Out to Salah. Salah! Oh! Went around the post. That was created deception there from Gakpo. Dawson, like he's... No, he's not. He's done it a couple of times. You might say this is his first time put with a foot wrong this afternoon. That isn't. I'm trying very much to make a lewd remark about that subject at Cap. I don't want to make go to create a screen. What? You must do. Can Salah hit the target? I know. I know. Jesus. The referee not watching that there, no? If that had gone in there, I would have just switched off for me minutes. Just whip like. We're too nervy in our defence. It's the biggest cause of some of our problems. Too much with Thiago. Alright, let's go down. Well done. Oh, still in. Still in. Well done, lad. Well done. Battle. Battle. That's it. Well done, lad. What is Matip doing? It's a bit messy, no, lads. Bit of control back in there, please. Cal, not this season. Always going to get these spells. Well done. On the line. Sit. Well done. Mo's picking up nice positions. Go on, Naby. Naby's no legs, man. Well won. Right. Putting them on. We're putting the pressure. Oh, yeah. Putting the pressure on them well. We have trees. They're rooted. Yeah. Yeah. Who's coming on? Jordan. Please no lofty balls. It's going to be for Naby. It's got to be for Naby. If he takes off by Chedic, I literally clap myself and give out to him. Oh, Jesus. Cody had no help there. Well done. Well won. Look at that. Yeah. It's the right call. Now we had a good start to the second half, but it's just its final play is just poor. That final pass, that's the decision, just whipping. Yeah, like he's had the most chances at the edge of the box, the most open positions, and he's done nothing with it, you know. And that's where you have to see it's pretty much wasted those opportunities. If Hendo gets himself in those positions, it'll be a lot better. As long as he doesn't loop the fucking ball. If I see one loop from Henderson in these first two touches, I'm going to snap. Now that side foot shit. I don't have defenders here, please. The earlier message. I try very much to make a little comment remarkable subject. What subject? Come on, let's. Come on. Tip. Alright. Oh no! Robbo! That is Andy Robertson poor. What the fuck was that, Robbo? Almost another mistake, man, leading to shit. Ball over the top. It's gone in, yeah? Nunes! What a ball! Oh! What a ball that was! The defenders didn't know what to do. That should have been a goal, man. Great ball from Trent. Oh, it's a good save from the keeper. That was on target. Corner from Trent. Ball to the edge of the box. Back down. Whipped by Trent. Poor ball. Solid move. Lovely loop ball. Salah. Oh. Trent. Thiago. Gomez. Andy. Gomez out to Hendo. Thiago. Trent. Good ball by Cetic. Picking up good places in the center. Yeah, that's a free kick. This is Trent territory. Completely different, yeah, completely different second half. He's not put a foot wrong by Chetic. We were complete night and day, Seamus, but we still haven't scored from it. But the fact that I'm seeing this kind of play from Liverpool is, you know, it bodes well. Free kick a bit far out, but I mean, this is Trent territory if he can knuckle it. Done before Salah. Because Salah hit the I'm trying about. Yeah, I seen that. Don't want to make his grown spider cringe. Yeah, I didn't know what that was about. It was on before that. Yeah. Do you know if they haven't been tried playing worse? Trent. Oh. Come on, lads. United 2-0 up. Marcus Rashford, 62nd minute. Brighton and Bournemouth still 0-0. Well done. Well done, great ball. One more. Great ball. Darwin. Oh, yeah, well done. Ah! Well done, Trent. Great ball. Come on, lads, that's better. Brentford still 2-0 up. Leave it for the corner, well done. No, get the fucking beat the first man, Trent. I remember for years in the early fucking the late 2000s and early 10s if you want to do that. Great ball. Oh. Oh. It's just constant pressure now. It's like how we've always played, but it's just that they need to get confidence in front of that. What? It's ours. It is ours. Made out after player. Learn Joe. Learn Joe. Learn Stefan. Come on, just play it to an easy ball. That was a poor choice. By Chetic. There's nobody inside. Don't give it to him in the middle. That's too easy. That's too easy. How is he not tracked in the middle? How is he not tracked in the middle? It's too easy. I watched it the whole way. And I was like, how are they not tracking him in the middle? So poor. So poor in that midfield covering that defence. Chetic was back there, nothing he could do. But Thiago is the only person that can get into this position now. He's watching the runner and he's not making the run in. That's Thiago's fault there. Thiago's not covering that player there. He should have been running with him. Thiago nothing to watch. All he had to do was get into the position. That's all he had to do. Like Matip is watching the runner on the back post, which is Jimenez. Trent and Gomez are trying to get out to stop Traore. Thiago's one job is just to get in there on the plenty spot and stop. Because he's just the furthest defender or midfielder back. Dominate the game, and I told you, and a lapse in concentration will just kill off the game. Playing so much better the second half, but that's poor. Poor giveaway. Chetic should have played it faster. Man of the match so far he was. And he should have played it straight out to Trent. But instead he tried to turn it back all the time. Too much mistakes. Three 0. Robertson. No. Desperation here, man. Like, Klopp can't do anything. He only has this team. He can only play with what the team is in front of him, like. But he'll be ruthless. Go on, well done, Nunes. Oh, he was taken out of it there. Gakpo, is he not taken out? He was. Yeah. He was knocked. The Klopp will get rid of him, though. He'll be ruthless in the summer. Yeah. They're not back. Klopp wasn't backed. Even to get one, no, it'll be too late. FSC have to go. Have to go. Not getting backed. Good ball. Oh. Well done. That's nothing. Yellow card. Who, Joe? You're not just clear it. It's a 50-50 ball. He probably did, but we was taught no, kind of. Like, he said it himself. You can see it in the interviews, he said it himself. He was told that the funds aren't available to back up. He said it. I mean, it's like he can demand all he wants, but when they say the funds aren't available, there's nothing he can do. So all he can do is wait until the funds are available or until the sale goes through. But he doesn't want to give up in the club. That's the difference. He doesn't want to give up in the team either. He believes the team can do well, and we should be doing well. Like, this should mean, like, this is the first game of the second half of the season, and it's a poor outing. Salah's just falling over all the time when he's back to goal, isn't he? Right. Go. Spot. Offside. Like, if that was Salah before, Salah would run and then he would just turn and knock it past somebody, you know? But no, he's just holding up the ball all the time and just falling back into players, hoping for a free or something. Mm. No. Yeah. But Chet's going off. He's going a bit more attacking. 4-4-3-2. Is that what he said? 4-4-2. 4-4-2. What's he saying 4-3-2 first? 4-4-2. Liverpool have gone 4-4-2 in the midfield. Would you take the fucking free kick? 4-4-2 again. Time. Henderson, oh my god. I just want to see a fight. You're saying 4-4-2, but it's really a 4-2-4. Great ball, Thiago. Brilliant. Well done, Elliot. Straight away, Elliot is taking somebody on. That's offside. Straight away, Elliot is bouncing the ball around the defence. Like, I'll up over to have. No. Right. Somebody help Thiago, man. Hmm. Nah. The fuck is Lamina going over for? Lamina, the guys just touched their foots off each other. Lamina's gone over like he's dying. They're just staying down to get the result. There's nothing wrong with them. Hmm. Look at this. Such a simple count. There's Thiago sauntering, not watching and running Neves. Matip had to try and come across at the end to try and do it. Yeah. Such a like that was such an easy ball to spot coming into the middle of that park there. How they not prejudged that? And I watch us now, man, and we go on hammer Madrid. Watch. You fucking stupid, eh? That's we go in there, we do this, draw against fucking Everton or something next week, and then go on and fucking beat Madrid. It'd just be our way to go. Come on, Nunes. Sit. Well done, Nunes. Up to Salah. Harvey. Come on, Harvey. Great ball. Oh. Henderson, stop lofting the ball! It's fucking shit. Gakpo. Oh, it's the first time I've seen Henderson get space, and the first thing he did was he might as well be playing fucking ping pong, you know that? Have a great career, eh? He's the best in the world at ping pong hoofing. See, Henderson, he does a lot of good work and stuff like that, but he's ruining people's opinions of him by doing those stupid lofty balls all the time. It's just that's all I've seen out of him this season is loft balls. There used to be fucking intricate passes through the middle of the park, all of that, but now it's just lofted all the time. Yeah, I know, Mark, I get it, but I get it, but he just does it every single time now. Yeah. He was in a good position on the edge of that box there, and there was three Wolves defenders sitting there in the middle. All he had to do was play it through to Nunez or Gakpo on the feet there. And you'd have chances at least. Yeah, Stefan was great. Alisson saving again, great. We're in a bad spell at the moment, lads. Bad spell. I still believe we can get top 4 at the end of the season. I believe that somebody in this team is going to click it, but and somebody, I think Bochet is a prime example of what you can bring into the team and play well. Still man in the match for me, to be honest with you. I should bang him up here because the rest of them don't deserve the fucking name to be on that. "18-year-old showing up, the rest of them." So, where's Robbo? Where's Robbo on the left side? Oh, that's a great chest. Oof. Time. And in the middle. It's on the man on. Well done, Nunes. He won that back lovely. Switch it out. Well done, well done. Go on, Harvey. Trent, back to Harvey. Take a mind, Harv. Go on. Ox is coming on. Triple change. Probably see Trent coming off here. Go on, Harvey. Go on, Harvey, take a shot. Yeah. Yeah, if we're not going to get top 4, I don't want to be anywhere near the top 8. To be honest with you. Gakpo's going, okay. Nunes will move out left. Ox through the centre. Simicas. Thiago's gone off for Milner. Trent to stay in. That was knackered. He does so much work, Robbo, man. He doesn't work. He does enough work for 2 men. Like, he nobody over on that side helping him. Loot ball. Right. That's what makes that. He has to go for it, you know. He's going forward minded. Milner's always going to be the anchor one that sits in there because we just lost by Chetic. No Fabinho. Milner's got to do that role. Ox, don't lose it. So, then. Yeah. It is. It is pointless. Not much you can do. It's desperation out at the end of the day. Giving people minutes. The people that we need to get the minutes are the people that are not ready yet. Need Jota back. Need Van Dijk back. Need Diaz back. Definitely need Van Dijk back. Without a shadow of a doubt. As tired as he looked after the World Cup a bit, still need him back. And Joe Gomez had a good game. Still not good enough for Liverpool. Switch it out, Axe. It's a poor ball, Axe. And then Palace have got one back, have they? We can't even get one back. That's it. Salah, great ball. Oh. Trent can pick out a nice ball, like, from time to time, you know. I just think that Trent would be back to world star class again if he just didn't have to worry about defending so much. Switch time with it. Oh, the man's gone through the middle. Oh, he missed it. Jesus Christ, we nearly counted there. Go on, Ali. Ali's running up the pitch. Go on, Axe. Just want to see a goal. I want to see something. Like, I know we've had poor results, but today is the one day that I've really seen how much of a dip off we've really had. I know Thiago can do some wonderful things and stuff like that, but I don't see his merit without better midfielders next to him. Oh yeah. Axe, how did you forget the ball, Axe? How did you forget the ball? How did you forget the ball? Hmm. Oh my god. Only for Jimenez fluffed it. They defended well. Wolves defended really well. They've closed really well. But we've gifted them 2 goals, pretty much. And that's down to us. Ox, don't lose it here now. Look at Salah! Ox, will you look at Salah's run, man? He had no intention of playing that ball the minute he got it. That's right, he won it back there. No, Salah's making that run. Play it. Just play it. Look. Oh, no ball. It's just players making poor decisions. And those decisions cost us a lot. Yeah. It's gotta be. No, stop laughing at fucking hell, no. The ball back through was the one to Nunez, and he laughs it out to the fucking thing. Unless they got 4s. There's a 4-2, so. Salah with a cross. Oh. Jesus Christ. Millie, please get there. He's gone into the corner. Yeah. Corner ball to Wolves. I've seen some good from the start of the second half, but we clearly have no protection for the defence in that midfield. Clearly. Klopp is thinking about himself, and he's just thinking, what more can I do with what I have? You know? Fabinho knows missing, you know. Trent. Long ball out to Elliott and half. It's a great ball. Oh no. Okay, he should have kept that in the deck. The only way we get Champions League this year, if we are going to be playing this way, is by winning it. Remember, I used to watch results like this happen, just weirdly happen all the time in seasons when Gerrard played for us, and then we go on to win the Champions League or get to a final. Like, I'd say something if Wolves even played well. They're a better side than what they were at the start of the season, but they're not. They're not great. Like, a lot of their passing was awful. It's just that simple balls up over the top and out the wing are opening up our defence. There you go. And there's John the lap again. Here's the whip. Oh, it's about through. It's going to be a free kick otherwise. I tell Neves to shoot from fucking anywhere now. Like, Wolves were worried in that second half, like, very worried. We were all over them. I know it's embarrassing. It wasn't 4-5 against us. I don't think my heart could take it. I'm absolutely gutted, to be fair, yeah? Yeah, same. That's what it is. That's the game over, lads. Congratulations to Wolves. They played well. Our Liverpool are just not there. They're just not there, no matter how much I try and stay positive about it. They're not there. Some players have only played fucking 10 or 12 minutes and they look like they're on their last legs. So it's an actual rebuild. You're never going to see this Liverpool side play like they did before that, I think. I'm trying to see it today. There's no pockets being picked up. Thiago joined. Hasn't done as well as what. Like, Thiago, we all rave about him as being brilliant and all of that, but defensively, it's not really there from him. Like, he was at fault for the third goal. And it's great being an anchor if you've got players alongside you that can do it. Bajcetic was the best player on the pitch today for me. Bajcetic was fantastic. He should start every game for Liverpool, in my opinion. He just does all the right things and makes the right decisions, bar one that led to the Thiago goal. So pretty much Bajcetic and Thiago were a fault for that goal. Bajcetic last one, he could have just played it out to Trent, and instead he tried to turn back, and he's tried to do that a couple of times. So I'll keep saying to these players, just don't do the Curtis Jones thing. Don't try and overplay and overhaul onto the ball when you don't need to. That's what's led him not having a top career at Liverpool, is the fact that he just holds onto the ball too long or makes decisions way too late. Ellie, that's the start for me too. Yeah, Ellie's been playing well, yeah. But he still looks a bit leggy as well, you know? He still looks like he's getting back to his best after the time last season. But, you know, I don't blame him at all. This is getting worse and worse each game. I think Klopp believes in the club. I think that he's disappointed with the owners. And I think Klopp really needs to see that the owners are going to be gone, so that he's protected and the club is protected. He can only play with what he has out there, you know. We didn't even have Dorks or any of them available today. There was no Fabinho to come in and do anything, really. He's relying on, I would say, resurgent Naby Keita's and Oxlade-Chamberlain's to come in. It's not good enough. He hasn't got the backup needed. It's not on Klopp. He can only do what he has in front of him with the team. Yeah. Have these players down tools on Klopp, mate? No, I don't think so, John. I just think they can't do it. And if they have, fuck them. Get them out of the club. Because I'd rather see them go than Klopp go, to be honest with you. You have to look at the way the club will be if some of those players don't leave and it's Klopp that leaves. I'd be more worried. Let's crack John in, yeah. He's Klopp is the one that should be protected in this thing. The players have to take responsibility. But literally the two lads that I put in the showcase today were the two best players that we had. And that's the two of them. Alisson and Bajcetic. Two of the best players that we had in the pitch today. Alisson saved us a couple of times. He couldn't do much more than that, you know. But that was our man of the match for me by Jetic, by far. By far. Yeah, I was between that and there was a couple of results that I just couldn't take either. But the warning signs were there at the start of the season, lads. You know, we beat City and we play well. But you can see then that straight away in the next game, the lad was just knackered. Like fucking knackered. And I just can't believe what I watched, to be honest with you. Yeah. Yeah, dog, you should be like if I was Klopp, I would bin anybody that just wasn't good there today. To be honest with you, I would bin him. I would just bring somebody else in that can probably do the job a bit better. I don't know what that was. But yeah, that's what I would do anyway. Look at that one then. I don't even know which one's on. Time to get done up. I wish, dude. If I can pay it from it, if I managed to. Actually, last night I only had a couple. I started playing a few games and having a laugh, and that's the only amount I drank out of the battle last night. Although there was the previous bit of a battle before that. Everton up next, 9 days' time. I mean, I don't know where we go from here. You turned this off actually. I didn't set it up. Yeah, so I just don't see where we can go from here with regards the midfield. The defense is that it's 9 days to the next game. That could lead, like Jota's had his first full training sessions. That could lead to him being ready for in 9 days' time for everything. That'd be great. Jota's always been a nuisance to them, you know. And even in that way, I would probably then move Cody Gakpo into the midfield for a bit. And then you could probably see something different. Because he's been strong in the midfield. He's been winning the ball in the midfield. He's been linking up well. He's just not had the underlapping and overlapping to help him. Him and Nunes linked up well today. Ugh. But outside that, nah, I can't see us doing fucking much of anything. Unless we step up to do it, really. Probably just place this in here on this side. Get this ready for the next game. All in the ground. We got Everton in any of these. Oh, okay, I have to upload it. Upload. Yeah, extra shit. Alright. Get into these now fucking next game. I have to, like if we don't turn up at Anfield against Everton and let them do anything, I mean, I don't care how Dicey's just changed them today. There's no way you can have a change like that in one game. That was just a boost. We should be easily able to beat them next time around. Well, not easily able to beat them. We should be. We should at least be up for it. Yes. Color. Yeah, color do. Get off me. There you go. So that's set up for the next game, anyway, at least. It takes a couple of minutes. I know, lads. I'll catch up with that chat. Big up and we'll crack on the whiskey. I hope Klopp can get some funding for a proper rebuild. He needs it, he does. Swansea 3, Birmingham 4, good game. Oh, great. Captain Morgan, yeah. This team is currently playing as bad as some of those Roy Hodgson. Yeah, it is. Look, that's the fight, the mental fight. It's like you can tell that the lads are fit or whatever like that, but this mentality monsters and all this shit, it is dead this season. Mentality monsters are gone. They haven't got the mindset to do it. You know, if it was me, Shay, I would have called back Martin a long time ago with the crisis that we have in midfield. I would have had him in there next to Bajcetic, really. And I wouldn't have given a fuck about Thiago because I would rather get a stable midfield than use a gifted anchor. You know, I would have called him back straight away. As you know, if he does well, you know, we can need two nice signings, but Klopp has already stated that we need more. So even if we get 3 big signings in the midfield this summer, we still have Tyler Martin to come back. We still have Bajcetic there. So it's looking good for next season onwards, but we need to do something this season. It can't be just a dead season. It needs to be done now. Really. You know? Yeah. Trent needs to be freed up more on that right-hand side. I think Salah's too far out the wing. I think he needs to cut back inside a bit more. I think they topple over on top of each other, and then when you put Harvey into the fray, there's just too much going on there. We never used to play like that. We used to have guys out inside and then created the space on the outside. So I think we need to pack the midfield a little bit more and not have it so widespread on top of Trent and Robbo. I think they'll see a lot more room if we pack that midfield. You know? That's why I'd like to see, you know, a 4-2-3-1 style play kind of coming into the fray. Because at least with the 2 midfielders, you can have one sitting when we're on the attack and one moving forward, and you'd have 4 midfielders like across that midfield. Just ahead of them. So, sorry, Panav. That's because there's no oxygen inside in this fucking room, you know that? I'm tired. Plus, I have sleep apnea. So, like, if I'm in a room for too long, I know if I can oxygen, I'll be like that. You should have seen it a few times I was gaming, man. I've fallen asleep on stream. And people be just like playing fucking alerts in my ears to wake me up. A couple of times, like, I'd hear the chicken attack, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? What did I doze off? But I'd be full of drink though. Tried to move on from Matt, Henderson, Gomez, Keita, Fabinho, Ox. They all look spent. Salah 2. Hopefully he gets back in 5. Salah, there's always a player on Salah, man. He needs the space created for him. That's what Bobby Firmino did. This is how important Bobby, like when nobody's mentioning him, this is how important Bobby Firmino is to creating space for players that are around him. And Bobby Firmino in that midfield, he's the guy that comes into that midfield that creates all the space for everybody else around him. And then you won't have to, since Bobby hasn't played in the middle of that front line, you find that Elliot and Trent and Salah are on the top of each other, and there's no outlet inside because they're coming up too late. They're so worried about being defensive. Whereas Bobby would have been the player to come up, link to that player where Elliot was, and Salah would have already been gone in the inside, and you would have seen that inside ball to Salah. You know, so this is where the boys are getting trapped outside. Salah is trapped by left centre backs and left backs and left defensive midfielders there. He's trapped, literally trapped there all the time. And there's only so much you can do. I know it says he's off form, but when he gets the space, it's grand. But it's all a lot of leaning back and falling over. It's just not good enough. Whatever. Most of the team can go. I tried to join my Soros. So then give him a free roll. Well, even a free roll, but it just Klopp is hoping like he's playing Gakpo the position. He did well when he was on the left playing with Nunez today. Gakpo did, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I do believe that we need a creative midfielder in there, big time. Because there's just not enough happening from that midfield. I mean, it's great having Harvey coming in running from the right hand side into the left hand side. You pretty much have him and Salah doing the same thing, and that's not what you don't need doubles up in the team. You can only play what you have. But what you really need is that Trent would be in Harvey's position, Salah would be there, and then Harvey would be inside, so that Trent and Harvey threw the ball to Salah, and that's right. Salah should be always facing goal when he's running that way. He shouldn't have his back to goal, and there's a load of issues there. And we seem to be playing where the ball is being laid back to 2 fellas at the edge of the box rather than actually facing towards the goal. Yeah. Everyone wants Trent in midfield. Just yeah. Salah should be moved into the centre to play Gakpo down the right. Yeah, Gakpo could do that, but I think Gakpo prefers coming in from the left hand side, to be honest with you. Yeah, we're not going to see the best from him there. That's the first time that he was kind of started on the left, and him and Nunez can kind of get on top of each other a little bit, but there's not enough players creating space for the likes of Gakpo and that. You know, it's great having Nunez there and all of that, but Bobby would have been dropping deeper, And that would have just like stepped up the centre backs, and you would see loads of chances for Salah and Gakpo or Nunez, whoever's on that those sides, you know. And Robbo and Trent then would never have players on them. It's just that's the way we played, but it's just not happening because we haven't got the right players to come in and play the Bobby role. So this is why it either needs to change formation and change our style of play, or get Bobby fit, or get somebody playing like Bobby. That's it. It's so important. Like nobody has understanding of how important Bobby Firmino is the Liverpool side. Even if he has off days, he still does the work inside it to create space for everybody else. And that's the point. You need that player. And we have nobody of his ilk, maybe besides Jota, that can do it. Jota was doing it well for a bit. So Jota coming back could maybe play that role. In the 4-2-3-1, I would bang him into central attacking midfield. And leave Nunez up front on his own. Gakpo, Salah, Jota in the middle of that. Two boys behind him by Cetic and Thiago maybe. That's a good team right there. And then we still have Luis Diaz to come back. So if there's an issue with Nunez and Diaz, leave them rotate. Or Gakpo and Nunez, leave them rotate. I mean, at the end of the day, if Luis Diaz come back, he'll start over Gakpo. Luis Diaz is just that type of player. He'll start over Gakpo. Gakpo then can maybe move into central. It's just, so we have the players there that can do it now. It's just that it's not been backed up by the midfield. Come the end of the season, 3 players should definitely be going, and maybe 2 we have to buy someone, and otherwise this will continue next season. Yeah, look, for me, love James Milner. Either move into a coaching role or go. We can't be relying on him coming on. Fantastic player, and he's done well this season, but the legs aren't there anymore to do it. Ox should be gone. Keita should be gone. You know, I don't care about Curtis Jones. I have no affiliation towards rooting for him just because he scouts. I don't care. It's just not been good enough for me. Trent needs moved into the midfield. If not, we need a right back, and Trent needs to battle him for a position. Really, we need 3 good midfielders. Arthur Miller just needs to go. No point in him being there now. They should have just cancelled that contract. Like, I don't know how Liverpool haven't put a clause in that if he gets a bad injury that they could cancel it. I don't understand that. Nunez does well when he comes on. Salah needs to up his game. And him and Nunez were getting a good understanding at the start until Nunez picked up that injury there a while back. Gakpo thinks time to get into the team, but he could play anywhere that midfield on the left hand side, attacking midfielder. Like you could put him there. Jota's come back. Luis Diaz is there. We need refreshing in that midfield big time, and we need defenders. I clearly don't see. I think Van Dijk and Gomez were a great partnership at one time. Matip and Van Dijk were a good partnership at one time. Besides Kanate and Van Dijk, I don't really have trust in anybody else, even including Phillips. Just to, you know, and any of these, I just don't have any more trust in any of the rest of them to do the job. So I think our midfield and our defence is a problem. I think we're going back to the part now where we need to do get in another Van Dijk and really have a good rotational 3 inside there with a backup. And Gomez could probably be that backup if he stays. But I want to see another good top defender coming in, to be honest with you. Especially for the right centre-back role. We already have a Van Dijk to play there. We have a Kanata that can play in any of those 2 positions as well. But we need one more. You know, midfield, I don't know, lads, who would you sign? If there's no problem, we can have attackers and work with their service midfield. Exactly. That's what I was saying there the whole time. The lads have no backup up front and they have no backup in defence. That's because the midfielders let them down. That last 3rd goal for Wolves should showcase exactly what the problem with our midfield is. Like, Boychettis made the wrong decision turning back. It was the only bad decision he made all game. You know? It's the only bad decision that he made all game. And he turning back when he could have just laid it off to Trent. Trent was in space. And then losing out the ball, and then, you know, Traore running on. And the fact that Thiago is just jogging back and he's like, oh no, he's out there, there's nobody else running. And he doesn't see Neves running behind him. And Thiago's not getting into that penalty spot in front of the 2 defenders. Like Matip as well should have been screaming at Thiago. He should have been saying, like, Thiago, there's a guy running behind you, but they're not saying anything to each other. So that's a fault of Matip not telling Thiago that there's a man on him. And Thiago not paying attention to that, and then by Cetic losing the ball in the first place. It just goes to show you it's down to not talking and midfield cover over the defence. What about that throw-in? Took like a minute. Is indicative of lack of cohesion, yeah. Creativity. Keita was having a whinge too, yeah. overthinking things. It is. There's no confidence there in these lads. And if there's no confidence in there, pull them out. Give it to some young fella that will go in there and dive at a fella and you know, and not worry about fucking hurting his bum on the floor. Just give it to somebody with a bit of passion. And yeah, like, and for fuck's sake, somebody back Klopp. You know? Just back him. He's one of the best managers, if not the best manager in the world. And having Wolves fans sing about getting sacked in the morning, that's, you know, it's an embarrassing banter, but it's obviously not logical. Slightest. Okay. I just want to know what kind of interview he's going to give now. She should have that turned on, shouldn't he, really? Where was I watching it? Jez, that's loud. It's full of a Tottenham now. So where's the fucking... Where's the fucking interview with that? Is that the first one? Why am I fucking watching now? Anyway. Never get worried, but at this point it's such a calamity of a season. I'm worried for the next few years. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the next few years. I'm worried about getting people in early. Is what I'm worried about. Who's back in here? Yeah. What are you back in here? Okay. Alright, he's just back because the family's home. So alright. What about that one, yeah? Get down here a second. And where am I? Yeah, so we were. Yeah, I'll be worried if we don't make early sign. If there's not a gap, like before the season's even over, I want signings wrapped up, like the early ones straight away, so that Klopp has a whole summer when they get back to work with them, and get it done. You know, I want to see that kind of way, kind of like Van Dijk and Cody Gakpo when announced. Get it done like that. I don't know why they don't try playing a number 10, maybe put Salah there. Yeah, could do. Just a link up player. Salah's just better off on the right of that side. So like that's what Carvalho is made for. You know, he's Carvalho can play there. Gakpo can do the job there. Bobby, this is poor. So poor. And these goals. One goal from Matip. Just so poor. Oh, sorry, what did I didn't read that first. Yeah, but if he knows that there's something on the cards, it's Klopp's passion for this club now. This is what you have to look at. Klopp's passion for this club is what will keep him here to weather the next 4 or 5 months. But if he's not back, then this business shite. Look at that. It's just poor, man. Gomez should have stepped out there as well. He should have cut off the angle. Like, I mean, if he knows that Joel is in the back post or somebody's there, then don't worry about getting in front of the keeper. Gomez's position is just bad there, you know. That's gonna be sick of it. There we go. Give me something happy to look at. Come here. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this now. Let me just turn these off here for a second, there, lads. Come here. Come on. This. Get this. Oh, he's talking. Klopp is talking. This is good, isn't it? Huh? Oh, I know what Klopp is saying. He looks broken, man. Klopp is broken. This is the worst I've ever seen Klopp look. He's just, even his tone, his voice is completely down. Dada. Yeah. Yeah. Only chance the Champions League next year is to win it this year, mate. Yeah, I think so. It's clear on that. Unless we put a run together. Start with Everton, put a run together. Beat Everton, beat Newcastle. That is a confidence turner right there for the way, you know, Everton are on the up. Winning the derby is great. Beating Newcastle in their position, you know, would be great. Doing something against Real Madrid would be brilliant. And that's the only way. These next 3 games are super important. There cannot be a loss in one of them. There can't be. If there's a loss in one of them, then it's season over. Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's the only way to do it. Anyway, a little bit later on, lads, I'll be gaming. If you're into the gaming side of things and you like watching a lot of good banter, just tune in. If you haven't got Twitch, lads, just stick the app on your phone or do something. Type in Irish Spider Guy and follow me there. I'll be doing a lot of stuff there. No, I won't be doing Twitch with Hogwarts Legacy, which is coming up next week. That's in 5 days' time, the 9th. I'll be doing that on the YouTube channel, Spider on its own, not Spider LFC. But yeah, oh, let me just where am I here? Oh, I didn't put on the auto, that's why. Do you care on the chance with that too? No, I mean for the season after we are getting Champions League this season. Yeah, I want to say that. I want to say that we're getting it too. I'm hoping that they have a dip. I'm hoping that we have like one of our worst starts to seasons that we had, and then go on and still do what we did in 2021. That'd be great. The fans will keep showing up, pay to watch, pay for merch. Why bother changing? Oh well, yeah, they're going to keep doing that. As this is the Liverpool fans, man. We support the club. We don't support players, unless, you know, mostly homegrown players. We support the team. We support managers. We love managers. We love the club. Players come and go. If it's the right manager, I should say. Back to Mama. Which is all freezing for me here. Klopp is, you know, he's adamant that he wants to believe in what some of the players can do. You need cheering up, yeah. Ricky Gervais is the man to do that, alright. Calling it as it is. I love Ricky. Yeah, lads, so I'm gonna leave it there. But I might do a dissection show on Monday about what Liverpool can do going forward, and really dissect and do a new show and see how we get on. And I might bring people into the show if I can. It's a lot. See the way the lads use StreamYard, and you see them there, and they pop in notes happen. That's done all in the browser, whereas I do everything individually. So all these graphics that you see up on the screen, they're all ones that I've put in there myself. So that's why it's kind of, and I can update them as I'm going along. So everything that I do is updated by me. Whereas, you know, when you're using StreamYard and stuff, it's a lot easier and it makes things a lot more linear and that time. But that's basically just point and click and go. I don't listen to clapouts online. They're all Tony, man. They're all Middle Eastern and down in Africa and all these places. They're all just giving out. So they haven't got a clue, man. They treat the league like a soap opera. I don't listen to any of them, man. Not even slightly. Nobody in their right mind over here or in England or that knows about football or lives around it and breathes it will ask for that. It's stupid. That's what they are. So Everton, if you don't fight for the game against Everton, I don't know what you're going to fight for. Whatever about the league, we knew that was done a few months ago. Flash, come on down. I know you love me, but if you're not up for Everton, then that's it. So for me, you take a loss over the next 3 games and it's game over. You do well in the next 3 games and it's still on for top 4. At the moment, there's, what is it now, 9-10 point gap. A few seasons ago, with only 10 games to go, no midfield, no defence, it was a 14-15 point gap to that top 4. It was 20 odd points to City at that time, and we still ended up only finishing 4 points behind United, and City walked the league. So they were like 18 points ahead of United. So in that season, or whatever the fuck it was, 18 points ahead of United. So for me, it's always on for Liverpool. It's Liverpool. We can have a bad run now, and then we can go on a 3 or 4 winning game run, and all of this won't even be thought. Like, it was, just think of that season alone, where we did that run, 6 home game losses in a row, and then went on to finish third. Yes, but the team were playing better than top four. No, yeah, like there's no cohesion there. I know, but there's lads coming back that can change that. Lads, like we're literally a week away from Jota being back. You know, probably a week and a half, 2 weeks away from Van Dijk and Bobby being ready to come back. Those three players are game changers alone. Bobby getting back into that front line and holding up the ball and creating the space for the other lads is brilliant. Bringing these boys back is you could easily turn into a 4-2-3-1. Easily 4-4-2 with a 4-2-4 kind of jobby. You know, there's so many formations you could do with all these lads back. Luis Diaz is obviously the longest termed out. I don't even know what the story is with Artem Miller. I haven't even been looking at him, to be honest with you, because he had about fucking 8 minutes of falling around the place, to be honest with you. So I'm not worried. Anyway, lads, I'll leave it at that. What I'll do is I'll be back on. I'll be later tonight doing a bit of gaming. But and tomorrow a bit. There'll be a long way. I think I'll be looking to finish off the escape room game. What is it? The House of Da Vinci 3. That I could finish that in less than an hour, I think, tomorrow, and then I'm going to go straight back on to finishing off Dead Space. If some of the lads aren't on tonight, then I think I'll start Dead Space tonight, but if they're on, it'll probably be PUBG and a bit of FCT. If you're watching that, but if not, we're in a bad run of form at the moment, lads, but if we click, we can do it. If not, we have to believe, till the end of the season, we have to believe in Klopp that he can turn it around. You know, you can't do it in a game, obviously, with the players that he has available, but he can do it over a few months. And then you have to hope that the other teams kind of have a dip in their form. Not playing well, but still scoring goals. What United is doing at the moment. Spurs and Fulham are on right now. I don't know, they're not on right now. What am I saying? It's not Spurs and Fulham. There's Spurs and thing tomorrow now. Who else is on right now? I know it is. Anyway. Yeah, we'll leave it at that, lads. And I will see later on an Irish Spider Guy. Tomorrow an Irish Spider Guy. Sunday, you'll see me here for the new show. And I'll do Monday, sorry. Yeah, you'll see me here for the new show. And I'll talk to you then. We'll have a proper chat and a proper detail about what we're going into. You need to have a league of one rush by some of the others have to put on the clinics and talk to our teams. Yeah. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. And yeah, see you later, lads. Good luck.
Nilen hinton mod hinton fin. Diddly-eye, 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 diddly-eye.
Very well to you, my own true love. There are many fare thee well. I am bound for California, a place that I know right well. So very well, my own true love. When I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I